Welcome to Marifado. This picture by LM Dumizulu presenting the topic not God but gods. Apologies in our use of the pronoun he or God. In this presentation it is only for convenience since we are using English. Tunaomba radhi katika-Matumizi yetu ya kiwakilishi yeye au Mungu ni kwa urahisi tu kwani tunatumia Kiingereza. Theology has lost its credit. It has failed to honorably tackling hard questions like where did the knowledge about a God come from? Why does a loving God allow pain, war, and destruction on earth and in the universe? Perhaps the dominating perception of who and what is God is wrong. We shall proffer some 5 proofs to substantiate our accusation or our facts in this argument. First, who and what is God? We must first settle the meaning of the noun God. From the web site given here at more online, word God, also God spelled with a capital G, which does not change anything actually. In Old English, God, a supreme being, deity, the Christian God, image of a God, godlike person. This is from Proto-Germanic Guthan, source also of Old Saxony, Old Frisian, Dutch God, Old High German Gott, or spelled God with G-O-T-T, Old Norse God, Gothic Gap, which is of a uncertain origin, perhaps from Proto-Indo-European language, Gat, that which is invoked, source also of Old Church Slavonic Zovo, to call, or Sanskrit Huta, invoked, an epithet of Indra, from the root gewe, to call or to invoke. But what you have to know also is that the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob had a wife known as Asherah. You can read this book. Obviously, we know that it represented also his feminine aspect or feminine partner. The notion of all this is that of a divine entity that is summoned to a sacrifice. Clearly, the creator is not God. God, obviously, here is a European noun, gradually and deceptively now taken for granted by billions to refer to the creator. This is proof number 1. The noun, where Jesus also features as God and the God of Israel represent various spiritual divinities. So God had a wife too. So this cannot be what we believe in or what we follow. And the God of Israel is an ancestral deity. In melanin dominant people had divinities. In metaphysics, we have to find more of these issues. Proof number 2. The ultimate issue is that God, the one we are talking about, of which we have apologized already, is not the creator. From our book given here, the creator or God, understand it, we have this question of whether God is indeed a spirit or a physical being, and it was answered adequately and clearly by pointing out that God as a European term applicable to deities cannot apply to the creator. The creator, and the best we can do is that is a nameless one. The creator is not God. For anything or any entity that is summoned to a sacrifice is not the creator, but God with a small g or God with a capital G. The proof is everywhere where they want sacrifices. The creator is not a being or a spirit. In the Torah, in the Bible, the chief of these deities was given the name Elohim, hidden by the noun God, by translators and scholars and theologians and many other thinkers. So Elohim, the God of the Bible, is not the creator, because even in the same Bible we understand that he is a verse in Psalms 82 verse 6 which says, I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. So these are divinities that are spoken of here, and the council of the gods are the council of divinities. In any case, the word Elohim is a plural word which is a singular El or Eloha. It comes from the Canaanite El. That's where you also get Allah and many other cognates around it. Eloha is the singular form of Elohim, which is singular form of God. The Bible is a misleading authority in regards to the ancient Hebrew gods or Elohim. They are mentioned therein around 2,000 times. Capture that, 2,000 times. But nearly all translators and biblical commentators for nearly 2,000 years have mistakenly or deliberately and intentionally chosen in almost every instance to convert them into a singular God or a combination of so-called divine names. That implies that one Hebrew God rules the universe, which is a lie from the perspective of the Torah as well as the Old Testament and the Bible. These cannot be sustained. We give more proof about this. Let's give more proof. Oxford professor of Theology, A.H. says, also verified the plurality of Elohim. In his learned and courageous declaration, he openly maintained the following: Elohim is a plural noun, and its employment in the Old Testament as a singular has given rise to a large amount of learned discussion, and it must also be added of a learned want of common sense. Grammarians have been in the habit of evading difficulty by describing it as pluralis majestatis. I used to teach that was the plural of majesty or something similar, as if a term in common use which was grammatically a plural could ever have come to be treated as a singular, unless this singular had once been plural. We can construe the word means with a singular verb, but nevertheless there was once a time when means was a plural noun. This is more proof that gods, not God, is all that now deceives billions of melanin dominant humans' minds and almost the majority of humanity on the earth. It is only the African traditional religion that had never had an image of an entity they called is the creator. Not even in any circumstance can you find it. But as of deities, you can find a lot of them. The 7 African powers you can find everywhere. Africans' original religion was nature. Orisha, Hermetic and other tribal rituals and the philosophies were all based on nature. And once nature was reduced to paganism by Christianity, Judaism and all these other religions, the world went against the Africans and nature. You can see by the technology that is there on earth today that the ultimate creator that all others think that they can cave and make and draw was never a conceptualization of ancient melanin dominant human beings all over the earth. They never worshipped that one. Now let's give more proof. Number 3, the nameless one is neither a being nor a spirit. The creator has only one attribute, not 2 or infinity, but only one, and that attribute is bringing into existence things that never existed before or nothing. No human has ever created anything, only the nameless creator creates. That is his only or their only or its only attribute. Let's understand that. The only attribute of the creator is bringing things into existence that never existed before or nothing. And this is a very difficult concept to grasp or to understand. But you need your inner soul to go to the chasm and try to hold on to this philosophy. So the creator is not a being or a spirit. So those that say God, that you cannot dispute metaphysically, but you can diffuse by faith or by your belief. Here is the key that you have to understand here. The creator, our ancestors considered to be not a spirit or a being, remote. And between the creator and everything else is a chasm, mukaha, umosha, pengo. You can never go across that. No human being has ever crossed that, even metaphysically. It's something else. And therefore, this is the conceptualization that our ancestors had. That's why they had to use intermediaries from the realm of humanity and things, the third dimension, across the fourth dimension and fifth dimension, into the next dimension about pants, to the living dead and the spirits, impersonalized or created spirits, and then deal with them in the hope that they are able to pass on their message beyond. So that's a fact. Buttressing fact number 3, that God, not God, for all of melanin dominant human beings. So fact number 4, which is very, very interesting, is that the real creator needs no human worship or praise. The creator is longing for your worship. Is that so? It's a fallacy. The Almighty, the creator of our ancestor, just because we use the title as attribute, Almighty or creator, should never be understood as if he or she or it needs our support, our love, our worship, or our obedience, or our songs, or our music, or our creation. Never, not in a minute. The popular picture of a nevious ingratiating creator fawning over men, or dying on a cross painfully to win the favor of men, is wrong and erroneous. Yet if we look at the popular conception of the creator, that is precisely what we have been trained to imagine or to think. 20th century people have put the creator on charity. So lofty is our opinion of ourselves that we find it quite easy that we can command the creator, that we can command him to do something, to heal people, to bless us, or to do anything. Not to say enjoyable, to believe that we are necessary to the creator. We are not. We are not. Grasp that. You can get all the extrapolations and explanations from the book The Creator or God. In a stand, you can get it from Amazon, or you can give us a shout and we'll send you the book. Number 5, failure to change human nature. So if the creator is all knowing, is all good, is all powerful, why is human nature still behaving the way it is behaving? One would think that with 2.5 billion Christians, which is about 34% of the world's population, 1.8 billion Muslims, about 24%, making these two religions over 50% of the Earth's population, peace and tranquility will prevail. But alas, it is chaos, war and bloodbaths. Their record tells the truth about their spirituality. Our memories are still fresh. Enslavement and colonization by Islam, as well as Christianity. So if you close your eyes to facts, you learn through accidents. That's what happened to us. That's why we were colonized. That's why we were enslaved. That's why we ditched our own belief systems. Because we closed our eyes to facts and we were deceived. So there is nothing there with God or gods or our divinities. Now, You must realize that you are a Muntu, you are a Bantu, and that is your identity and that is your power. You are a distinctly created creature with two natures, a higher nature, which is your soul, and a lower nature, which is your flesh, bones, and blood. A spiritual and a sensual, a divine and a human, a mortal and an immortal, and finally a fiery and a watery entity conjoined in a mutual relationship in the organic body of the flesh. You are a divine spark hidden in matter. Arise and come out of that. How? First, you must know thyself. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. Teach them. A person who knows not and believes that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. A person who knows and knows not that they know is asleep. Awake them. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All of these persons reside inside you. Know thyself, and the Ma'ati will be true in your life. Not God, but gods. In summary, proof number 1. The noun God is a sellout key. You name it, you own it. The real creator is nameless. Amen, the hidden one. Proof number 2. The ultimate issue, God or the creator, anything you can conceptualize and then worship or sacrifice to is a deity. So not God, but gods. Proof 3. The nameless one is neither a being nor a spirit. Spirit is created, so too is being. You can fully conceptualize spirit and use spirit and command spirit, but you cannot command the creator with your mental capacity or in this lifetime. Never, never, ever. You might think you are, but a deity is playing tricks on you. Number 4, the creator is longing for your worship. This is wrong. The creator does not need anything from you, a worship or no worship. Anything you can praise, anything you can worship, anything you can love, anything you can hate, anything you can curse is an entity. It's not the creator, it's a created thing. You've already conceptualized it in your head. For your mind is too tiny to conceptualize the real creator who is nameless and beyond being and spirit. The last point we have presented here is failure to change human nature, because the creator is remote. The divinities and ancestors know that we have power within us, inside us, to deal with the circumstances, even to the point of death. So know thyself. That's the key that we have to grasp. Do not be deceived by the Elohim or other divinities that are not yours. I'm thanking you for stopping by, because the most critical question of this hour is who and what is God. Our book, The Creator or God, Understand It, does a lot of justice to this topic in our understanding. So join the club, join the clan, join Marifado, ilifa letu, nakayedu, uritu wetu, our inheritance. Subscribe to our channel, Kamiti Iburu Ethics. This preacher Rabbi Elem Dumizulu saying we are rebuilding our greatness. Join us today. Our email is given here, join@marifado.com. You can also find out how historical truisms turbocharges your consciousness today by sending us an email, and also by visiting our website www.marifado.com. Thank you, Salani Katle. This preacher Rabbi Elem Dumizulu saying, do not worship foreign deities. We've got our own deities. You can pick any of the deities for any task, and you are on your way, and you have a life to enjoy. Have a great day.